Will Sea Limited be a trillion-dollar company by 2030? Sea Limited is a conglomerate of digital products and services that include e-commerce, gaming, and digital payments. Its business segments dominate the market in Sea, much as Amazon dominates e-commerce in the US. Sea Limited's strong presence in e-commerce, payments, and gaming has fueled the company's growth trajectory thanks to the digital nature of the economy in Sea. Latin America is estimated to be the world's fastest-growing e-commerce market. So establishing a presence in the region in addition to its existing growth in Asia is potentially a massive long-term tailwind. We have painted a picture of a company with an ambitious growth culture, which continues to show up in Sea Limited's actions. The company recently launched new operating segments that it hopes will someday be as meaningful to the business as its e-commerce, banking, and gaming segments currently are. Management announced the formation of Sea Capital, an investing group that will make strategic investments on behalf of the company, starting with $1 billion in funding. The company also announced the launch of Sea AI Labs, a group that will focus on developing applications for artificial intelligence. These were announced at the end of Sea Limited's 2020 fiscal year and are likely a few years away from contributing to the business. The current PS ratios of the other trillion-dollar stocks range between 4 and 10 currently, so for a rough estimate, let's assume that Sea Limited trades at a PS of 5 over the very long term. To reach a $1 trillion market cap, Sea Limited would need to hit $200 billion in revenue at this valuation. Amazon is expected to make almost $500 billion in revenue this year, a 27% increase over 2020. Sea Limited is growing at a triple-digit rate, but to make sure that we are realistic, let's assume that Sea's long-term revenue growth average is 40% per year, which could be reasonable considering that we are talking about much smaller numbers than Amazon's. If we project to the end of the decade, Sea Limited will cross $200 billion in revenue between 2030 and 2031, producing a $1 trillion market cap. Sea Limited is already a large company, but this exercise shows that a quality business with ambitious management can continue to produce strong returns for investors well into the future. So what are your thoughts on Sea Limited?